Olá YouTube, tudo bem? Como vocês estão? Vamos continuando o Zerudão aqui. Hoje eu não vou fazer um vídeo muito grande dele não, porque depois eu quero jogar outra coisa. Mas enfim, temos que continuar, temos que prosseguir aqui. O Horizon. Explore o cemitério. Opa! Eita, peraí. PlayStation tá sem som. Peraí, pessoal. Agora tá com som. Muito obrigado, Marcelo Jimenez. Bom, não teve nada demais. Filho? Papai tá ocupado. O que foi?
Lá no jogo, lugar que mostra várias coisas, como equipamentos, armas.
Qual o jogo?
Eu descobri que tem um elevador lá. Você pode apertar o A nele, a opção A. Tem os andares do bar. Eu vi que tem os andares. Também você vai aquele lugarzinho lá que fica na frente do buraco. Fica na frente do lugar que do lado do buraco que eu tenho que cair pra ir na primeira fase.
Onde tem as estátuas. Sei.
Eu posso apertar lá.
Vem aqui, fica perto.
Lá deu. Então o personagem ansioso.
Ô filho, fala todas as sílabas da palavra. Por que você tá comendo? Fala corretamente. Não precisa falar comer palavra, rapaz. Antes você não fazia isso. Então.
Eu joguei lá que eu joguei. Até que gostei dele. Eu já vi. Eu gosto no YouTube, então. Mas. Eu não assisti tudo.
É mesmo?
Eu tirei. Mas eu vi que o primeiro servão parece ser, sei lá,
o filho.
Da escola.
É.
Parece ser, não sei, mano. Parece ser.
Eita! Aí, ó, tá vendo? Morri. Culpa dele. É mentira, filho. Eu pensei que ela ia grudar no treco ali. Mas aquele joguinho que você estava jogando é bem legal, hein? Você lembra o nome? Fala pro pessoal qual jogo você estava jogando. Não lembra, né? Neonchrome. Neonchrome.
Ele é roguelike.
Ele é roguelike. Em qual videogame você estava jogando?
Xbox Series S.
Xbox Series S. Você gostou dele? Daquele jogo? Então tá bom, então vai dormir. Vai, ó. Mamãe tá te esperando já. Dá beijo aqui. Tchau.
Lá?
Vai. Fecha a porta aí. Fecha a porta aí. Fecha a porta. É. Ele tá jogando um roguelike. Cara, eu não sei como descer ali não, bicho. Chama Neonchrome. E se ele... Eu já dou um corte nele já, Renaro. Cara, eu acho que é da idade. Antes, quando ele era mais novinho, quando ele tinha tipo 3, 4 anos, ele falava tudo certinho, mano. Meu filho falava todas as sílabas. O plural, ele não erra concordância verbal. Mesmo... Porque assim, eu sei concordância verbal, mas às vezes por vício de linguagem eu falo errado. Mas não é que eu não sei. Só que com ele eu sempre corrijo ele. E ele fala sempre certinho concordância verbal. Só que, ultimamente, ele tá muito tagarela. E às vezes ele vai falar, cara, ele come todas as palavras. Ele quer falar rápido. Muito engraçado. Tu tem que ficar falando, filho, calma, calma. Falar todas as sílabas. Fala, Mendoformes. Nossa, hoje aconteceu uma coisa... Hoje aconteceu uma coisa muito engraçada lá na sala. Agora há pouco. Mano, eu tô... Como que eu desço nessa bodega, véi? Obrigado pelo follow... DB. Fala, Teodoro Matheus. Quanto tempo? Ah, aqui, ó. Descer na beirada. Será que é isso? Não, mano. Não, não é aqui não, velho. Tem algum outro canto aqui pra eu descer, pera aí. Então, às vezes tem que tomar cuidado com o que fala, né, velho? A minha esposa, ela tá com um pouco de dor no ombro, assim, no trapézio, sabe? Acho que ela dormiu de mau jeito. Aí ela pediu pra eu fazer uma massagem com uma pomada lá. Daí, beleza, né? Baixei a blusa aqui dela e tava lá fazendo a massagem nela, enquanto o meu filho tava jogando. E, cara, criança é foda. Criança, você acha que eles não estão prestando atenção, mano? Mas tem um radar do caramba. Pessoal, eu tô caçando aqui, viu? Onde eu tenho que ir. Mas eu vou contar pra vocês a história. Daí, eu tava fazendo a massagem. Eu acho que eu peguei bem no ponto que tava doendo mesmo. Daí, minha esposa falou... Nossa, é aí mesmo, Paulo. Pegou bem... Mas ela falou zoando, né? Pegou bem no ponto G. Daí o meu filho, na hora, o que é ponto G? Aí a minha esposa, tipo, ficou meio assim, não sabia o que responder. Daí eu falei, filho, isso quer dizer que pegou no ponto certo, que tava doendo. Daí deu, tipo, um pouquinho. Eu falei, filho, não vai falar isso na escolinha, viu? Por favor. Mas aí foi eu falar isso, cara, que a minha esposa começou a rir pra caramba. Ela até chorou de rir. Ela falou, Paulo, você não precisava ter falado isso. Às vezes tem coisa que é melhor a gente deixar quieto, que ele nem ia dar importância. Mas agora que você falou isso, ele vai ficar pensando. Eu falei, não, meu, vai que ele fala esse negócio na escolinha lá. Né? Foda. Ai, cara, mas eu dei muita risada porque ele tava tão centrado no jogo, mas foi a gente falar uma coisa diferente que ele já... O que é isso? Ops. Fala, João, beleza, mano? Como você tá? Mano! E peraí, vamos analisar essa merda. Ah, cara. Eu tô também falando pra caralho aqui. Status, morreu em batalha. Cara, deve ser lá mesmo, não é possível, mano. Agora é certeza que ele fala. Oh, mano, nossa, não, ele não vai falar, não. Mas na hora, velho. Engraçado. Eu contei pra vocês, né, do dia que ele perguntou, tava eu e minha esposa e ele almoçando, a gente sempre almoça junto. Eu querendo fazer as coisas aqui, né, todo mundo na mesa. Aí ele perguntou o que era sexo, eu falei pra vocês. Por que aquela hora não deu, mano? Era isso mesmo, eu pulei certinho aquela hora nessa bosta. Ah, vai se danar. Eu me matando ali, caçando o que tava na minha cara. Enfim, embora. Must have been where the soldiers slept. Like the lodge in Mother's heart, I guess. Opa, peraí, vamos fazer esses áudios aqui, né?
Third Battle of California Marine. The swarm came in from the Pacific, and I don't know if it was the local Minutemen or the crazy 15th, but they'd set the
águas tem?
Man, the sea was on fire. That stuff was The first wave of bots came in covered in burning sludge. The bought us an hour or two of slaughtering them on the beaches before the swarm recalculated. We pulled them inland, back to the Kalmar sprawl. Dropped buildings on them, EMP'd the grid. Standard operating procedure. The last time I was in California, I was 5, 6. The light was like that vintage social net filter that was everywhere.
Mas era isso mesmo, Renaro. É porque assim, ele perguntou, né? O que que era. A gente tava comendo aí do nada, sabe? Tipo, tava conversando aí, quando fica aquele silêncio, ele aproveitou pra falar. Falou, mas o que que é sexo? Daí na hora, ué, onde ele ouviu isso, né? Porque a gente fica de olho no que ele assiste e tal. Daí a minha esposa, a primeira coisa que perguntou, falou, filho, onde você ouviu isso? Daí foi nos Jovens Titãs. Dela, mas os Jovens Titãs? Mas como que foi? Qual foi o contexto? Ele, não, é que o Robin falou que ia fazer uma disputa com o sexo oposto. Daí, mas na hora que perguntou, aí minha esposa olhou pra mim, fez assim, ó. Aí na hora que perguntou, ela falou, não, é sexo masculino e feminino, homem e mulher e tal. Ele, então ele ia disputar com as mulheres, Mano, não tem não, eu acho que não é aqui não, hein, Tex. Ó, vou até dar uma analisada geral aqui. Aparentemente não tem nada. Momentos de tensão antes do alívio. Então, acho que não é aqui não, hein? Na ruína tem não, beleza, então eu vou ficar de olho aqui. Se vocês lembrarem aí durante o percurso, me falem. Eu peguei todas as baterias na minha primeira playthrough, só que eu tive que voltar em várias áreas e em áreas chatas.
Log. Third Battle of California Marine. The swarm came in from the Pacific. And
What was this
I don't
place?
know if it was the local Minutemen or the...
Recalls, I've been instructed to remind you of Article 115 of base policy
Acho que eu parei sem querer outro.
unauthorized use of processor cycles. Specifically 115C. Any holographic simulation not directly related to operational training or efficiency. Consider yourself reminded and enjoy your gaming.
Nossa, é muito áudio aqui,
Thanks
mano.
for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wrecking recalls. I don't know, 20 drops. In and out of the West Coast, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. Their training is basically, here's a DEW, when you see a bot, hit it. But somehow it's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse at Lithium Beach. Pulled out before its buddies arrived, but to see a big one go down, I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're gonna have a shot at turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs, then everything will be the way it used to be.
É mesmo, Marcelo? Xiii. Bom, eu vou pegar no PC de todo jeito. Eu já ia pegar já, né? Agora, mais ainda.
Getting real long and tougher every time. The swarm's getting better at predicting us. Less of us now. And we have to put in 10 times the work for everyone gone. Like a family business on hard times, only...
Vamos ver, Renaro, vamos ver.
My family.
Metal.
It's not with you.
How'd they ever
I
get
still try to
comfortable?
see you. The
It
life
was
we
the
had
metal world.
in the eyes of the
Guess they
people
were
out
used
there.
to it.
I remember when they were glad to see us. When they still had hope. It all seems to be slipping away. I don't even recognize the places we're defending. The only thing I know I'm still fighting for is you. The Zero Dawn to turn this around. Whatever the hell that is.
Não, tomara que não tenha isso não, viu, Marcelo?
Maybe they're bullshit.
Vamos ver, vamos ver. Ô, Renato, vamos ver. Falar em Ray Tracing, cara, hoje eu baixei pra testar o Mist do... O novo Mist, né? Que tem na Game Pass. Cara, como tá bonito o Mist, velho. Quem aí conheceu o Mist? Esse é pra poucos, hein? Esse é pra poucos. Mist, eu acho que a minoria aqui conheceu. Muito da hora, tá, cara? E ele tem Ray Tracing. O Mist tá com Ray Tracing. Quando eu ouvi, eu falei, ô louco, mano. Essas luzes aqui estão muito braba. Essa sombra tá bem bonito mesmo, cara. Tá louco. E o legal, mano, é que eles não é igual o Mist era antes. Porque antes o Mist era cenários parados, né? Esse não. Esse você controla o personagem. Você vai pra onde você quiser. Você anda, vai, volta. E eles representaram, cara, igualzinho, foi tipo um flashback, manja. Eu tava jogando, falando, caramba, eu lembro dessas paradas aqui. Igualzinho, velho, igualzinho, muito da hora.
Red light. Guess that means no power. I haven't seen one of these since I was a little kid. It must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. These wires must run to the power source. Oh, that's informative.
Ai, meu Deus! Apertei a bolinha pra sair da visão, sendo que não era pra fazer isso. Ok.
Hey, y'all wanted to know how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT.
Cima, direita, esquerda, abaixo.
As usual,
Cima, direita, esquerda, abaixo. Cima, direita, esquerda, abaixo. Será que é nesse daqui? Porque tem 3 lugares que eu consigo fazer isso. Cima. Direita. Esquerda. Baixo. Talvez não é nesse aqui, não. Talvez é nesse aqui mesmo, né? Vamos ver. Cima. Direita. Esquerda. Baixo. Esse mesmo.
That makes one.
Ele é de puzzle, Renaro. E é puzzle, bicho, de fritar os neurônios, mano. Falar pra você, velho. É um tipo de puzzle, mano, que o jogo não te dá a mão nem um pouquinho. Às vezes era até frustrante, pra falar a verdade. Porque tinha umas coisas que, mano, pra você adivinhar, velho. Era foda. Porque o jogo não te fala nem mecânica, sabe? Nem as mecânicas o jogo te fala, velho. Mas é da hora, hein, velho. Puta jogo massa, bicho. Eu joguei ele. Fala Pimenta Oficial. Eu joguei ele na época dele, tipo, foi em... Eu acho que eu joguei ele, não era bem na época que ele lançou. Foi nos anos 2000, eu acho. Eu era moleque. Cara, tem que ter alguma dica desse negócio. Ah, peraí. Opa. Cima, baixo, esquerda, direita. Ai, meu Deus do céu. Mano, não é o bolinha, PA. Mania. Cima, baixo. Oh, era só girar no sentido horário. Cima, baixo, esquerda, direita.
Sounds like I did it.
De que companhia, de que produtora era esse código aqui, ó? Eu lembro até hoje. Cima, baixo... Não. Cima, cima, baixo, baixo, trás, frente, YBXA. Cima, 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 baixo, baixo, trás, frente, YBXA. Era um código do Super Nintendo. Quem lembra disso aí? E quem sabe... E, quer dizer, será que eu tô falando certo também? Ah lá, bateria. Obtive bateria. Cima, cima, baixo, baixo, trás, frente, YBXA.
They're not looking for answers, just weapons.
We have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Dead, but not long. Watch out.
Nossa, mano, vai muito fora da retícula. Oi!
Can't get at her. Shadow, guide me.
Ah! Pega isso aqui. Ah, vai tomar no boga. Pera aí, deixa eu só me curar com poção mesmo. E agora esses caras vão ver só. Vamos lá, moçada. Ah não, deixa essa arma aqui, porque vai que eu preciso dela depois. Depois, eu tô no comecinho do Valkyria Chronicles. Valkyria Chronicles. No comecinho. Depois eu jogo um skirmish lá. O joguinho é muito bom mesmo, cara. Nossa senhora. Que joguinho de estratégia da hora, velho. Esse, pra quem não conhece, eu recomendo dar uma olhada depois, viu? Porque é muito bom. Só que, nossa, Marcelo, eu não sei se você teve essa impressão. Diz que é o Valkyria Chronicles Remaster. Só que, bicho, parece que a resolução é baixa, velho. Não parece que a resolução é maior do que era do Play 3, não. Tipo, bem serrilhadão os gráficos. É bonito, mas por ser remaster eu tava esperando uma coisa um pouco mais afiada. Mais detalhada. Mais sharp, né? Afiada. Sharp. Então, não sei. Mas mesmo assim é bonito. Eu só tava esperando uma coisa um pouco diferente, mas ainda assim é legal. E, cara, que trilha sonora, hein, velho? Nossa, cara, a trilha sonora dele lembra os jogos daquele time que fez Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy Tactics, Vagrant Story. Lembra muito a trilha sonora desses jogos, velho.
Look out below.
Na hora que eu tava jogando, eu lembrei, na hora, do Final Fantasy Tactics. Não sei porquê. Ah não, aqui é só se eu cair mesmo. Valkyria Chronicles, Renaro. Eu vou jogar ele depois, bicho. Puta joguinho da hora. Eu acho que você ia curtir, hein? Tá aí um jogo que eu acho que você ia curtir. Pra caralho. Opa. Muito da hora, mano. Eu tô jogando o primeiro, o Valkyria Chronicles Remaster. Tem até o 4, mas parece que o 1 e o 2 não é pro Play. Deve ser pra portátil. E o 4 o 4 eu acho que tem pro Play, se eu não me engano. Mas, mano, muito bom. Twitter! Lembrei. Foi ele aparecer que eu lembrei. É você mesmo, né? Porque às vezes o pessoal fala comigo bastante, mas eu acho que você é você mesmo, né? Você é você mesmo? A pessoa a qual eu estou devendo? Não, reconheço, mas aqui é muita gente, às vezes eu confundo. Pronto, Twitter. Você está pago. Muito obrigado, viu? Muito grato.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast in active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls. Fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. That's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse. I hope it made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs. I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments, getting real long. We have to put in for work for everyone. Like a family business. I still see you in the eyes of the people out there. They were glad to see us. They still had hope. I'm still fighting for you.
Status report. 9th Mechanized Response Brigade, Commanding Officer Lieutenant Fiona Morell. Unit morale continues to be adversely impacted by outbound engagements against the Pharaoh Plague, especially when said engagements occur in sectors where civilian guard enlistees have been heavily engaged. The scope and nature of fatalities suffered by civilian guard and unarmed civilians in these sectors defy description. And witnessing it is generating a pervasive sense of hopelessness in the unit. Accordingly, I once again request that deployments of the 9th MRB be temporarily refocused on facilities that are mission critical to Project Zero Dawn. And once again, I request an immediate update on the status of Project Zero Dawn's timeline.
Ames, I don't even know if you're alive anymore. The mails I get from you, they say they're from you, but they don't sound... They sound recycled. Phrases put together, and you don't say anything about the news I pass on. The containment zone, the rebreathers, the rioting, One Earth. What happened in the Dallas bubble, Ames, that wasn't the robots. They won't even give me a straight answer when I demand to know if you're still alive. They just say if your messages keep coming, then you're still operational. It's not fair, Ames. It's not fair.
Como é que é o nome, Marinhos? Eu já vou deixar aberto aqui. Eu esqueci.
I love you.
That's so sad.
Ames, I know I mail you too much. I'm just proud of what you're doing. Everyone back home is. We got moved inland 10 kilometers, just as a precaution, they say. School's still in session.
Os caras de olho na honestidade.
We never know where or when you're fighting. But when the VTOLs go over, all the kids run out and wave. I believe in you. I know nothing's ever gonna be the same, but I believe in you. I believe in us.
I believe in you. Bora.
What is this?
That? It's a map.
A map of what?
Our world. The planet Earth, Aloy. It's not flat like you thought.
Why would I think that? During eclipses, the shadow cast on the moon is curved. So our world is a globe. And it looks like this, from a distance.
We'll discuss this another time. Back to the matter at hand.
The Faro robots were spreading across the world, eating everything up. Somehow, Elizabeth stopped them before it was too late. But how?
Use o console. Usei o console. Agora vamos abrir o baú. E vamos ouvir isso daqui. Ah, não, isso aqui é leitura. Ler é coisa de otário. Vamos embora. Tô brincando, pessoal. Vamos por aqui. Acho que o último jogo que eu li absolutamente tudo foi o Village. Acho que foi o Resident Evil Village. Antes tinha sido Doom Eternal. Nossa, Doom Eternal valeu a pena ler, porque não era cansativo, eram textos legais, não tão grandes e agregavam bastante a história. É mesmo? Vai que cola, da hora, hein? Ai. É isso aí que o Matheus falou. Mas a linha deve ter bastante também, bastante pontinho.
The eclipse. Tampering with the metal devil. But they don't think they can wake it, do they?
Eita, um robô hentai gigante, pessoal. Cuidado, pessoal. Ah, não, não é não. Lembra mesmo, vai que cola. As sentinelas, né? É sentinela? Os bichos lá cheios dos tentáculos. Eita! Ah não, tava muito longe. Ai. Nossa! Eu pensei que aquele negócio ia aguentar. Oh, caramba. Morreu. Rapaz, tô querendo pegar um PS5 direto, tá rolando promoção de 4,4K da versão com leitor. Vale a pena? Teodoro, isso aí é trap, na verdade. Não é nem promoção. Esse é o preço original do Play. Isso aí é o preço original, não. Oficial, né? O original era outro. Esse é o preço oficial atual. Cara, valer a pena ou não, mano, aí é muito complicado isso. Depende muito, mano. Getsufumaden. Deixa eu ver que jogo é esse. Getsufumaden Undying. É isso? É do Switch? Ah, ele tá em Early Access, né?
Massa a armadura dele. E morro na próxima.
Ó, o zangado. Ô, legal, hein, cara? Parece ser bacana. Bom, tá no meu histórico. Agora eu não esqueço. Mas ele, pelo jeito, é um jogo em acesso antecipado, né? Tô chamando de promoção porque em todos os lugares que vejo tá mais de 5K. Então, esse daí que é o errado. Isso aí é os caras que compram pra vender depois. Mas assim, pelo preço original, velho, você vai ter só ele. É muito difícil, cara, falar se vale a pena. Eu tô curtindo o meu Play. Eu tô curtindo muito meu Play 5. Mas eu tenho PC também e tal. Eu tenho o Switch. Quando dá na telha de jogar outra coisa. Agora, o Play... Sim, o Play 5, se você for pegar com a ciência de que você vai jogar muito jogo de Play 4 nele, você não vai ter muitos jogos que usam todo o potencial dele ainda. Ele ainda tá meio que morno, tá ligado? Então vale a pena sim. É da hora. Se isso não é amor, não sei o que é. Ô Renaro, muito obrigado, cara. Muito obrigado. Bastante tempo. E o negócio fala gastou, pô, não é gastou. Se tava se divertindo, fazendo amizade, ganhou. Ganhou horas, não gastou. Entendeu, Matheus? Ele é um videogame mó da hora e tal, mas ainda... Na verdade, essa geração, cara, o Series X também não deslanchou ainda, né? A geração ainda tá meio paradona.
Thank you, Dr. Sobek. You can take a seat. What? You're going to thank her after what she just said? Dr. Sobek has made
Fala,
the situation
Cebolinha
very
Visceral.
clear, General, and given us an option. We should all be thanking her.
No, it's just... I mean, my God. Maybe take this discussion offline.
There's not going to be any discussion. You saw the numbers. Now, Pharaoh, he'll foot the
então
bill,
vale a
but
pena
his
sim,
money
Matheus.
can't
Vale a
buy
pena
the
sim, cara.
time necessary to complete Zero Dawn. That can only be paid for in blood.
Oh, come on. If we upgrade our fleet, crack the code somehow...
Were you not listening? Robots can't do the fighting for you this time. When it comes to hacking, this rogue swarm is an apex predator. Anything automated you throw at it, they will hijack and take over.
But this... We'd be throwing civilians into a meat grinder.
Commanders, the enemy we're facing self-replicates faster than we can kill it. And it eats biomass as fuel. Zero Dawn is all we've got.
So we put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one, show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front? How the hell do we sell that?
By giving them something to fight for. Zero Dawn. The top-secret super-weapons program that will save us. So long as humanity holds off the swarm long enough for Dr. Sobek and her team to finish it. The file I'm sending contains the war plan for Operation Enduring Victory.
War plan? This is a war crime.
It may be ugly, but it's
É
something.
mesmo, amendo.
Consider the alternative. Dr. Sobek, I've secured use of a decommissioned orbital launch base outside Bryce, Utah as the Zero Dawn staging area. Plenty of space there. When can you get started?
I've already mailed you a list of alpha and beta candidates. Most are foreign nationals or subjects of corporate holdings, so extracting them...
Leave that to me. You'll get your dream team. Count on it.
Then I'll be off.
Beleza, então, né?
Orbital launch base. What is that? What did these people do? What did Elizabeth do?
Dr. Sobek, as projected, the Wichita salient has collapsed. 5 Horus-class Titans have broken through. We predict contact in 34 hours.
Everything is in position, General. It took a few shortcuts to pull everything together, but Zero Dawn is functionally complete. Good to go.
That enduring victory served its purpose after all.
Yes, if we'd had even one day less.
I've sent you an encoded file, Doctor. Please do me the favor of archiving it.
I'll see what I can do. What is it?
A brief statement. An allocution of crimes, I guess you'd call it.
To what are you? Glad to be rid of that place. Now I just need to find the orbital launch base they talked about.
I've checked my data and located the base. That's the good news.
And the bad?
It's directly underneath the Citadel. The palace at Sunfall.
The capital of the Shadow Carja. Not exactly convenient.
The palace is crawling with Eclipse agents. Many in positions of authority, all of them wearing focuses. The moment they see you, Hades will too. He'll issue another kill order, and this time, the entire Shadow Carja military will be after you.
So, disable their focuses. You've done it before.
It's not that simple. Too many focuses in one place. Each of them communicating with each other and back to Hades, a whole network of them.
Network? What's that?
Imagine a vast, invisible web stretched across the land from end to end, connecting focuses together, allowing them to communicate over vast distances instantaneously.
All right, so is there some way to cut the web down?
Crash the network. Audacious. Yes, there is a way. A weak point in the network.
Point the way.
I'll send the location data to your focus. Head there, and I'll be in touch when you're close with more directions.
What was Zero Dawn? What sort of super weapon did Elizabeth make? She stopped the machines. Not before the world she knew, her civilization, ended. Let's hope it won't come to that again.
Beleza. Chegamos no nível 43. Então, entendi, Matheus Teodoro. Realmente, cara, tem jogo que eu prefiro jogar mesmo no console. Mas tudo que eu posso jogar no PC, eu prefiro.
How am I gonna get down from here? Oh, this should be quite the ride.
Montanha-russa. Eita caramba. Que tudo. Eu dar um watch time? Peraí. Oh caramba. Um mês, 27 dias, 14 horas assistindo. Mas é porque o Renaro conta o canal, né? Como eu mudei de nome, começou de novo. O contador do Stream Elements começa de novo. Entendeu? Olha o Dart Hans também, velho. Caralho. Os caras, bicho. É, né, Matheus? Isso é verdade, cara. Vamos lá, então. Ó, tenho 3 pontinhos de habilidade. Que delícia. Putz, eu escolhi o errado aqui da última vez. Bosta, era pra escolher esse. Ah não, era aquele lá mesmo, velho. Caralho. Agora que eu lembrei. Whatever. Vamos. Missão principal. Vambora. Agora nós vamos entrar no forte dos brabo. Dos Carja. O que tu mudou no nome do canal? Não, faz tempo, Teodoro Matheus, faz bastante tempo. Antes não era VisceralPlay, era só... Nossa, era Visceral Underline G... Não, como é que era, mano? Era PA Underline Visceral, Visceral Underline alguma coisa. Eu sei que tinha um underline, velho. Aí eu tirei. Visceral Streams, é isso aí mesmo, Visceral Streams. Eu não lembrava. Aí eu tirei essa merda aí e ficou VisceralPlay mesmo. Que é o nome antigo do canal, né? Bem antigão. Próximo nome que eu vou pôr, eu vou abandonar o Visceral. Vai ser Pasve. Pasve Games. Pé underline Visceral underline gatão de 3. Não, isso aí não combina.
Can't be too prepared.
Vamos lá, depois eu vou mostrar pra vocês o Valkyria Chronicles, pessoal. Fiquem aí que é muito da hora. Quem curte RPG tático, né? Lógico. Pra quem curte RPG tático... Viscerão. Viscerão é foda. Não, é Pasve Games. O FF Tactics, e aí, Reishimas, como você tá? O FF Tactics a gente pode começar ele mais pra frente, porque vai sair o Diablo 2 agora, né? Eu vou dar um grau no Diablo 2. Aí... mas eu vou trazer o Final Fantasy Tactics sim, cara. Esse eu vou trazer completinho mesmo. E ele tá legendado em PTBR, mano. Tá muito boa a dublagem. Ah, legenda, aliás. Tradução.
There's a sheer rock wall just ahead. Look close and you'll find handholds leading up.
Oh, really? And who put those there, Right. Why would
Os
I
desenvolvedores.
It's so much more exciting to keep it all a mystery. Crash the Eclipse focus network, he said. So how are we gonna do that? Oh, wait. I forgot. We won't. I do all the dangerous stuff. You just listen in. There are the handholds. Right where you'd said they'd be. Did you get that, Silence? No? Fitting name you got there. All right. What now?
O jogo 2 vai ser exclusivo? Oi? Qual o jogo 2, Cebolinha?
They still have a fire to keep me company.
Pois é, cara, por que não fica, né, esse distintivo?
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know. How?
For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base.
Wait, what?
That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you round to the back way. It's right through that crevice. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict tall neck that's been extensively...
Vai ser exclusivo, Cebolinha.
Climb the tall neck. Grafted into the top of its disc, you'll find a module of sorts. Destroy that, and the focus network will crash.
So you were part of the Eclipse?
I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse before I sensed the threat they might become. It was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct.
What sort of assistance did you give them?
Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions.
Ela tá puta.
Let's see what's through here. Corrupted machines. Patrolling like guards.
More like soldiers. held in reserve for a war yet to come. You'll have to get past them.
This is the easy way then?
The back way. I didn't say it'd be easy.
Mas, mano, eu adiciono todo mundo. Não precisa não, Matheus. Eu adiciono você 100 e você dá os 25, bicho. Ô, louco. Não precisa não, rapaz. Quem me adicionar na PSN, eu aceito. Não tem problema não. E não precisa dar 25 não, bicho. Oxi. Opa! Espera aí, eu vou ter que dar um jeito nessas minhas modificações aqui. Ah, é mesmo, Matheus? Esquenta não, bicho. Eu acho que eu não consigo montar nenhuma bolsa, né? Não. Vamos lá. Modificadores. Vamos reciclar alguns modificadores. Ó, 41% de dano. 43 de dano e 15 de manuseio. Nossa, que delícia, velho. Desmontar. Mano, os verdinhos eu vou desmontar tudo sem nem ver. Pronto, dane-se. Agora vamos dar uma modificada na minha arma, porque eu acho que tem uma coisa melhor aqui, ó. 43 de dano e 15 de manuseio, velho. Isso é muito bom. É mesmo? Nossa, eu adoro o Steam, eu adoro Far Cry, velho. Eu gosto muito. Vi o gameplay do FC6. É, né, cara? Eu vi também algumas gameplays. Eu gosto bastante do Far Cry, cara. Eu vou jogá-lo, com certeza. $44 de lacerante, ó. 40% de lacerante, 13% de manuseio. Deixa assim mesmo. Vamos ver agora o estilingo. Mais 43 de dano. Mano, as explosões desse estilingue vai destruir tudo. Ó, Reishimas, se for comparar Far Cry com o Dying Light 2, eu preferiria Dying Light 2. Isso sem dúvida. Mas... como o Dying Light 2 já foi adiado pro ano que vem, não sei se você tá sabendo. Fazer o quê? Vamos de Far Cry mesmo. Eu acho que esse Far Cry vai ser bem legal, mano. Ele vai seguir a fórmula antiga, né? Mas eu acho que vai ter umas coisinhas novas assim. Mano do céu, arrebentei. 44% de dano, velho. Caramba, só falta ter coisa nova. Ah, quer dizer, coisa extra, além de 40% de dano, de 44%. Nossa, 44% de dano e 11% de lacerante, velho. Brabo demais. I don't know, Kevin. O robô tá certo, porque normalmente a pessoa não sabe mesmo, né? Preto. O robô, quer dizer... Desculpa, eu não sei se ele é robô ou não. Às vezes é uma pessoa, né? Nossa, eu esqueci de trocar essa exclamação live, tá isso aí ainda, velho. Caralho. Isso aí é da época, sabe de qual jogo? Vocês sabem, né? Duvido vocês falarem de qual jogo que é essa descrição aí da live.
Explosions in the distance.
Pay that no mind. Doesn't concern you.
Não, que deu Witcher 3 que do Scarlet Nexus. Cara, que jogo bom Scarlet Nexus. Eu gostei muito do Scarlet Nexus. Porém, as side quests, minha nossa senhora, quem bolou aquele design de side quest tem que ser demitido, velho. Por justa causa. Aquele design de side quest é horroroso, horrível. Passei muita raiva, bicho. Pai de 2 hamsters. É só não namorar que você não tem chance de ser corno. Porra, velho. Mas aí você perde uma das atividades mais legais da vida, rapaz. Se bem que não precisa namorar pra fazer essa atividade. Mas ajuda. Se bem que daí pode ser uma atividade de risco, né? Lavar calçada em dupla, é assim mesmo. Não é nada, Matheus Teodoro. É uma atividade normal, cara. Depende, quer dizer, na verdade aí depende dos players, né? Essa atividade depende dos players. Dependendo do player é bem arriscado. Para um, para outro ou para os dois. Mas dependendo dos players é a atividade mais segura que tem para os dois, na verdade. Tem ranked e casual? Aham, é.
The torne-se just over this ridge. You'll see it when you reach the top. Now be ready to act fast. You need to get in and get it done before they raise an alarm.
You getting this? I see the legs of a tall neck down there, but no tall neck.
Damn.
Eu tenho, ó, vocês estão falando de Far Cry? Pra mim, o Pagamin é mais da hora que o Vaz. E eu achei o cara lá do terno rosa brabo, hein? Aquele lá, ele é muito massa. O Vaz é da hora, mas ele é um da hora loucão, né? Loucão demais. Mas o Pagamin, mano, ele é foda. Eu achei ele um personagem muito mais original. É Pagamin mesmo, né? Eu tô certo. Ele é muito bom, velho. Fala, Runizinha, tudo bem? O quarto é bem underrated. Eu gostei muito do 4 também, cara. E olha que eu joguei no Play 4, hein? Eu joguei o 4 no Play 4. 30 FPSzão brabo e no controle. Gostei pra cacete do 4, mano. Beleza, Runizinha. É nada, Mendoformes. Bom, é gosto, né? Eu achei... O Vaz eu achei ele legal, mano. Mas, tipo assim, é aqueles loucão. Eu sou loucão, eu sou muito legalzão. Eu gosto dos personagens mais... O Pagamin eu achei ele muito original. Por isso eu gostei tanto dele. E ele é aqueles cara que, tipo assim... Você olha pra ele e você não dá nada, mas as atitudes dele você fala, caralho, mano, esse cara é muito louco. Agora o Vaz, você já olha pra ele e fala, nossa, esse cara é louco. E ele é louco mesmo, tipo... Mas ele é legal, o Vaz também. Eu acho ele um vilão legal. Você entende? Você compreende o que eu estou querendo dizer aqui? Eu não sei, eu acho ele... Ele não surpreende o Vaz. O Vaz não me surpreendeu, sabe? O Pagamin sim. Pagamin X1 no soco com o Joel, quem ganha? O Renaro. Aí eu não sei, cara. Acho que o Joel ganha, né, bicho? O Joel, ele é um cara mais casca grossa. Ele é um cara mais testado também. Tipo assim, ele viveu no mundo que ele viveu lá. Teve que se virar pra caralho.
When you fell asleep, I lay there watching your delicate face. For all its beauty, I detested its fragility.
Agora do 5 eu achei também. É.
I abhorred that bed. How its softness threatened to swallow us up. And that room, the stench of incense.
Sim, amigo, eu compreendo. Da hora. O Far Cry 3 eu acho que ele é um dos melhores mesmo. E o Vaz é um vilão muito bom.
Threw open the casement and lay naked on the stone floor, determined to spurn all seductions of comfort. But when I woke the next morning, you lay beside me, naked as I in the cold. Your body, stretched beside mine, seemed chiseled from stone.
Tá, cala a boca, fala logo, desembucha logo.
You wake, instantly alert, like an animal ready to strike. You said nothing. You did not have to.
Nossa, Tex, esse aí eu acho que eu nem vou esperar por algo não, viu? Eu vou jogar o Diablo 2 bastante. A hora que eu falar, pô, tô querendo um jogo, bem provável que eu pegue o Tales. Pimenta oficial. Vou? Não sei, tem que ver, bicho.
My lord sensed this. But instead of casting me down for weakness, he cast upon me a radiant beam of honor. He ordered my kin buried in the sacred caves reserved for royals and heroes. Unimaginable. Never again would I doubt that I am the chosen of the sun. Never again would pity find a place in me. Not for myself or another.
Nossa, eu nem lembro em qual que eu tava. Eu acho que eu fui no outro, né?
When I first set eyes on the buried shadow, I trembled. Was I not the chosen of the sun? A blazing light of faith to shred and scatter darkness? Was it not my place to destroy this devil? But High Priest Bahavas instructed me in the prophecy and set right my frame of mind. The murder of the true Sun King broke the cosmic cycle short of completion. The whole world cast into darkness, doomed. To resume and turn the wheel of time would require more than sun and faith. All forces must combine, all halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, night to day. Even a buried shadow wants the wheel to turn, for without a sun in the sky, there can be no shadow. My lord, the 13th king of the Karja Sundom was murdered, cut down by cowards who mistook firm rule for madness. Ever the strong are beset upon by the weak. So he said, as the traitors launched their assault, as their cannons forged by Oseram filth toppled the battlements and burst the gates. I would have fought to the end, but it was his will, the will of the sun, that I lead the prince and queen into the west, to safety. My lord did not hesitate. He saw his fate, He looked into the sun, and he did not blink. With me, he sent kestrels, nobles, sun priests, and slaves. Killing all that stood in the way, I carved a path to sunfall. There, we joined others to gather the strength to take back our home. But our strength only faded until the buried shadow was brought to light. So long as King Itamen languishes at sunfall, coddled by his mother, he will never learn the true
Muita falação, véi.
I have tried to instruct him, but the shadow of his mother's influence is upon him. I took him to the palace balcony to behold an offering of sacrifice in the ring, but he showed no thirst for it. He averted his gaze. Look to the sun, I told him. Do not shield your eyes. In all things it is absolute. He averted his gaze. Look. Do not shield your eyes. In all things it is absolute. One day it nurtures life, and the next scorches life away. It burns the skin of champions and wretches alike. Never does the sun show pity. That is the example a Sun King must follow. The example of your father. But before my instruction could take hold, she was there, clutching him to her robes, burying his face against her breast. How is a king to rule when he cannot even see? Every morning,
Mais
I
um.
wake to the same nightmare.
Só mais um.
The same reality. Holy Meridian.
A mural of Meridian and the spire. This armor. There's only one man big enough to wear this. Helis. This is his shelter. Not exactly fancy.
What would you expect of a fanatic? His only extravagance is his brutality.
So you know him?
Just enough to want to stop him.
He's a fanatic, all right. Single-minded.
It gives him a focus that you seem to lack. Now how about finding that torne-se?
Procure o pescoção abandonado.
I see it. They've built some kind of structure around it.
Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better.
I don't like this. It feels wrong.
Everything here is wrong. Just get to the module and destroy it.
I see the module.
Good. Now be quick.
This is Hades?
Aloy, this is not the time.
It's a metal devil.
Open the module's casing, now. Aloy, do as I say or all is lost.
Eita, não lembrava disso.
Entity has come here. Entity miscalculated. Entity cannot destroy me. I am beyond its reach.
Maybe you are. But this isn't!
Destroy the entity.
Eita, caralho. Corre. Ai, carai.
Yeah, you think? What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap? Are you kidding me?
Pô, mano, os caras tá acertando tudo.
No way. Almost out of it. Are you kidding me?
Don't fight.
Come on.
Head left towards the camp.
Got it. Almost there.
Shadow will reach you wherever you go. All things on high alert.
Yeah, I noticed.
You don't give up yet!
Só vamos, vai. Foda-se, não vou enfrentar não.
Watch out for eclipse.
Bridge in sight.
That's the way out.
I know.
Piloto oficial, obrigado por ter comparecido aí, mano. Até mais. Eu acho que o jogo que eu mais viciei na minha vida foi World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, nossa, tinha uma época, bicho, que eu não queria saber de outra coisa, eu não jogava mais nada. Nada, era só WoW o dia inteiro. Sempre quando tinha tempo, World of Warcraft. Ô, época boa, viu, mano? Nossa, o WoW era muito bom. Melhor MMO, eu acho, assim. Puta, o WoW é foda.
Rough going, but you survived.
You knew Hades was there and
Tekis
you sent
the
me to him?
Great. Qual que é esse? Eu não sei, Tekis.
I won't deny I risked your life.
Eu não lembro, pelo menos.
But it was the only way.
É Tekis.
With the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn.
Ah, Dota.
I'm past trusting you with secrets.
Good. That means you're wising up. Trust is for fools. It shifts and crumbles like sand. A poor foundation for any partnership. But mutual self-interest. Now that is a solid bedrock upon which you and I might build a new science of understanding.
Eu também, Tomate Malandro. Nossa, cara, joguei muito.
We're on the verge of grasping them. It's unfold. We'll speak again.
You miserable. Damn him. If I could toss this focus and be rid of you, Sons, I would. But we both know I need it. Sunfall it is. And Zero Dawn.
Beleza, novas missões principais. Eu tenho isso aqui, não vou querer agora por enquanto. Vamos ver missões. Vambora, fazer mais essa. Que horas são? Dá pra fazer mais essa. Aí depois eu vou jogar um pouco do Valkyria Chronicles pra vocês verem qual é que é. Muito bom. Eu acho que vocês vão gostar do estilinho dele. E depois nós joga outra coisa também. Vou mostrar o Musou pra vocês lá. O joguinho dos personagens da Koei Tecmo. Mó doideira, velho. Um monte de espadada pra tudo quanto é lado. Tá louco. Muita mecânica tem naquele jogo, cara. Nossa, às vezes você até se perde. Você é do bem? Vocês são do bem? São.
Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
Rations with the children in the camps.
Depois eu faço side quests.
Who does Avad think he's fooling with his ceasefire nonsense? Nothing is forgiven.
The submarine. Proud tradition.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least, when we know.
Give them time. Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment.
Outlanders!
In the meantime...
If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
They can call it a ceasefire.
É mesmo, evento da Nintendo, 19 horas? Oh, e o Metroid Dread, hein? Quando que sai mesmo, bicho? Puta, esse eu acho que eu vou ter que gastar também, ô filha da mãe.
By the glory of the sun
8 de outubro, né?
Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
Sim, Reishimas. Meio-dia, parece.
To speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the
E talvez
traitor
amanhã tem live à tarde, viu, pessoal? Já fiquem ligados, tá? Depois do almoço, entre 1h30 e 2 horas, sei lá.
Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
We both know you're no killer for hire. Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
Well, the Kestrels.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy.
Não, beleza, Amendo. Mas eu não sei se amanhã vai dar pra fazer live à noite, viu, pessoal? Não sei. Desça. Tá, vambora. Mas se der, estaremos aí. Se não, no outro dia tem. Vamos jogando. Eu não sei se eu vou jogar de bárbaro em live. Eu acho que eu vou fazer 2 personagens, cara, porque... Ué, mano, pera aí. Ah, tem que descer tudo mesmo. Tá, então vamos. Eu vou deixar um pra jogar offline às vezes, porque às vezes, pô, dá mó vontade de jogar os jogos que eu tô jogando em live sem ser em live. E com o Diablo 2, pelo menos, eu quero aproveitar um pouco. Eu vou fazer um personagem pra jogar em live e outro offline. Fala TV Neckerguy, beleza, mano?
I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Pessoal, isso significa que é um ponto sem retorno aqui? Dane-se, vambora.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did.
Não sei ainda, Reishi, mas já tinha respondido? Não lembro.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
Pô, Castlevania Advanced Collection ia ser da hora, hein, mano? Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Area of Sorrow.
Guess you can't have everything.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
Lá vai eu zerando Castlevania de novo. Tomara que saia.
Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Pior que daí esse eu acho que não sairia pro Play, né? Porque deve ter tudo direitos autorais da Nintendo. Talvez, sei lá.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps.
Aí, legal, Tex.
Have a look around.
Take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Renaro, puta jogo, né, mano? Nossa, Control. É muito bom. Ô, joguinho da hora, velho. Preciso jogar as DLCs, cara. Puta. É bom pra caralho, velho, Control. Gostosinho demais de jogar.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down, the entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. No room.
Muito louco, né, pessoal?
Castros. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place?
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
For the...
Good. We're too close to let tribal prick to stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
Want to discuss? Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles.
speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place? You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Beleza, último. Esses áudios são interessantes.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way...
Deixa eu já pôr outro áudio pra tocar dessa primeira sala. Não é áudio. Esse é.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said.
A mina nadou no raso do nada.
So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a
Nothing
catastrophic failure.
worked.
But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
if you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Bora. Esse jogo aqui, ele é meio que um... É quase um Matrix sem a Matrix. Ou seja, não é Matrix.
But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the feral robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Cara, que massa. Não lembrava de todos os detalhes. Eu lembrava mais ou menos disso da Gaia, mas os detalhezinhos. Ou seja, os robôs são essenciais para a Terra. Ou foram, né?
Elizabeth did this for life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a feral robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, but for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients.
Isso mesmo, Ômega Forms. Ela criou uma inteligência artificial para fazer isso.
In safety. I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family? I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You know... Get your hands off me!
É da hora, né?
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Let this deliver the final.
Pronto, não tô com saco não. Pra ficar de tirinho.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best of this stuff.
I've done this
alternative,
before. Just need my focus.
Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Cima, esquerda, baixo, direita, acima.
Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Deixa esse aqui tocando, vai.
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
A dica. Será que é esse aqui o contrário? Vamos ver. Pra cá. Pra baixo. Pra direita. Pra cima e pra esquerda. Não. Esse eu acho que realmente esse eu acho que realmente é o certo. O Mad Max Fury Road, nossa, eu fui assistir no cinema e eu assisti no IMAX, cara. Sensacional. Que cara, que filme pra assistir no cinema. Ainda mais no IMAX, velho. Puta, bom demais. Como que eu vou subir nesse trem? Ó. Que merda, onde que fica essa bosta, velho? Ali. Cara, realmente não tô achando aqui o lugar de subir, não. Às vezes nem é aqui, mano. Às vezes, sei lá, tem que dar uma volta e ir por outra sala. Vambora, vai. Ou tem que ir por baixo, sei lá. Ó, tá indicando que é aqui mesmo. Calma aí, vai, vamos observar tudo, todos os detalhes. Será que é aqui? Não, não é. Não tem nenhuma marca, mano. Ó, eu não tenho que subir por nenhum lugar aqui. Eu tenho que passar pra lá mesmo, velho. Tem algum canto aqui que... Os caras não iam fazer um negócio tão zoado desse. Tem que ser uma coisa muito mais clara. Que merda, velho. Esse pau negócio tá na minha cara e eu não tô vendo. Será que abriu a porta aqui? Vamos ver. Ah, abriu a porta, pô. Sabia que não era ali. E eu insistindo. Aí, ó, pô, não ia ser tão zoado daquele jeito não, caralho. Aí, beleza, 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 conseguimos. Deu um sofrimentozinho de leve, mas tudo bem.
Found one. Looks intact.
Bateria? Esse aqui agora é ao contrário.
Now let's get that door open.
Ah, mano, ó. Eu acho que é de lá pra cá também, ó. Ao contrário. Então é baixo. Esse aqui é pro outro lado. Esse aqui é pra cima mesmo. Esse aqui é pro outro lado. Aí deu certo.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Passei. Agora, hein? Eita. Hora da verdade.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Eita.
They know I'm here now.
Ai. Eita.
The sun can't save you.
That's the last of them.
It's not structural failure. Repeat.
Or not. Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
But get moving. We'll have to find Gaia.
Vamos levar essa harmona, né? Aproveitar que tá aqui fácil. Porque se tiver mais treta, essa daqui eu vou arregaçar tudo. Pera aí, primeiro deixa ela aqui. Vamos só dar uma olhadinha aqui na frente. O que temos... Quero achar a Gaia logo.
Alert. Structural failure prevents access.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Let's do this.
It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Ah não, ali eu já tinha passado já. Vamos carregando essa harmona aqui, velho. Se aparecer mais caro, eu vou destruir.
Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
More eclipse.
Careful now.
Eba. Agora sim, agora eu tô com a Harmona braba, eu vou destruir tudo. Eles estão lá embaixo.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Porra, é por isso que o jogo se passa tipo milhões de anos depois, né? Milhares. Peraí. Ah, mano, aí é foda, né, velho? Não vai dar pra eu levar a arma. Ah, não, tem uma escada ali, pô. Eu não vi a escada, pensei que eu tinha que pular, velho. Que droga. Tá meio pesada essa arma, eu acho. No.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Que delícia. Você gosta de melões? Paz. Essa pergunta é um pouco complexa, hein, Renaro? Eu gosto. E gosto também. Eu gosto e gosto. Por que a pergunta? Ah, vamos levar a arma ao altar Harmona. Tá legal jogar com essa Harmona aqui. Levar full carregada. Full carregued. Muito boa essa arma. Opa, tô entrando na pista errada aqui.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Agora vocês vão
The purpose
entender.
of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what the... what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Ou seja, o Hades ele é responsável por dar um restart na construção do planeta. Então, o que ele tá vendo no momento que ele acha que saiu errado? Será que é ele que tá achando que saiu errado? Ou deram uma zoada na cabeça do Hades?
Looks like the only way onwards.
Não sei. Ah, nossa, Renaro. Essa você viajou, hein?
The crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development, all of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Sim, Marcelo, o bagulho tá ficando doido aqui.
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Vambora. E eu vou com a minha metralhadorinha, velho. Pra destruir tudo.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
Agora,
The
tipo...
hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Não deu. Não deu pra levar a metralhadora. Droga. Rapaz, eu pensei que eu ia conseguir terminar mais cedo, mas não vou conseguir, não. Essa missão é bem grande. E eu não vou parar na metade nem a pau.
Would benefit from antilope morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study guy.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Que da hora, a Gaia tá começando a ter, tipo, entre aspas, sentimentos.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Que doideira, né, véi? Mano, o plot desse jogo é muito bem bolado. Se fuder. Fico imaginando um filme, cara. Desse jogo. Não um filme. Acho que pra contar tudo direitinho tinha que ser um seriado, né, véi? Imagina que foda.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Caralho. Ia ser muito da hora, né, meu? Pô. Nossa, imagina eles fazem um filme mostrando como foi na extinção, a criação de Gaia. Pô, ia ser muito foda, mano. Né? Não um filme da Eloy, porque já tem o jogo já, tá bom demais. Não toca nisso aqui. Mas faz um filme mostrando o erro que causou as máquinas começarem a se reproduzir e se voltar contra os humanos, a guerra dos humanos morrendo tudo e a criação desse programa aí do Zero Dawn. Ia ser muito das horas, véi.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Mas é querer demais, né?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Vagabundo esse cara aí, né? Tem que matar.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child. My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked, but I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then get his cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus, such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Vagabundo. cabelo vivo dela às vezes me dá uma agonia.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, imbued with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
Ô, caramba. Nossa, cara. Não podia... Eu não lembro como que esse cara morre, mas podia ser uma coisa bem lenta. Você podia poder falar umas paradas pra ele e ir machucando ele bem devagar. Ah, que legal, hein? Olha que legal, olha. Ah, beleza. Os equipamentos dela. Ela vai sair lá de lá já com a roupa, quer ver? Sabia. Agora só vem. Ela tá dando uma provocada no cara.
Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it. Those components on the sides of his head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks. That canister on his belly looks important.
Ai, caramba!
Freeze canister on its hips. Cryo arrow should set it off.
Mas não é flecha congelante, o negócio explodisse tudo. Pronto, próximo. Aí, otário, otário. Tá com uma flecha nele, eu... de longe.
Shadows, kill her.
Oh! O cara veio ajudar. O povo vai à loucura com a apresentação da arena.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans, though of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an eclipse detachment to attack the Nora's sacred land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance.
Então, Renara, não lembro,
You should
velho.
come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of...
Ele me ajuda, mas eu sei que termina de um jeito meio duvidoso, assim.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Karja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who. Yeah!
Yeah! Que missão gigantesca do cacete, velho. Vamos esperar o jogo Mostrar o que aconteceu, tudo certinho, maravilha. Agora vamos salvar. Beleza, vou encerrar a gravação por aqui. YouTube, segue aqui na Twitch para acompanhar as lives. Abraço.